Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Hope you're having a good day so far. What we have here is a 2013 Crafty with the 725 Briggs & Stratton Quantum style engine. This has a production date of November of 2013. So my scrapper just dropped this off. I was not home. He's going to swing back by later and collect his $10 bill for this unit. He said he was at the scrap yard today actually. And Harvey, the homeowner, had brought this to the scrap yard and was going to get rid of it. The weigh-in clerk said you can't bring this in with gas or any oil in the crankcase, so I was not aware of that. No gas or oil are allowed when you're giving this up for scrap. So he proceeded to go to the end of the parking lot, take it out of the trunk of his car, and dump the gas on the ground. She happened to glance over there and saw what was up and rushed over there and gave him hell for doing that. It prevented him from dumping the oil in the ground as well. So my scrapper happened to be close by, and he offered to take it off of Harvey, the homeowner's hands. So he basically got this from the scrap yard in a roundabout way. So I don't know if it runs or why he was getting rid of it, but he threw the gas cap in the bushes when he was dumping the gas on the ground. Sounds like a real schmuck. Anyway, this thing is pounding manhole covers. He's got a wire here to the front wheel adjustment, so I'm not sure what we're dealing with this 2013. I think the first thing we should do before we put gas in it is flip it on its side and look at the blade condition. We'll look at the filter. But the first thing I want to look at is the oil before we disturb the crankcase. So let me grab the oil dipstick. Showing way overfilled. Let's see if that's accurate or not. Harvey has way overfilled it. So let's look at the air filter. That might show a lot of oil on it. So sometimes too much oil can be a bear as well as too little. So let's flip this up. Okay, he's got it wired because the whole axle assembly here is loose as a goose. Okay, the plastic here broke. The plastic notch that this sits in is all messed up. So I got to look at that and see if I can rectify it. These two tabs hold up the axle. And this one here is cattywampus. Maybe I can set the axle again. So blade's flat. No edge on the blade. Same here. Let's pick a mark on the deck, or make a mark. Okay, I got a mark picked out. Blade looks fairly straight. Some surface rust starting. So we know what the issue is here. The axle's messed up. That's why he's got this jimmied. This is putting pressure on that axle and keeping it upright. So Harvey was quite the magician. Let's pour some fuel in it after we look at the air filter. I'll just stuff a rag in the hole here to keep any dirt from flying into the tank. Extremely sandy here on the deck. It looks like a sandbox. He was cutting beach sand with this. Possibly Anne Marie Island beach sand. So it's got to have an issue or he wouldn't have brought it to the scrap yard. For the whole $1.50 in metal it would have brought him. I'm not sure, probably a couple of bucks. It wasn't worth his trip driving there as far as gas consumption. This is a pull and go. There's no primer on this Platinum, so let's see what we can do. He must have had a sandy yard, a lot of sand here on the filter. We got some oil on the filter, but not terribly bad. It's still somewhat dry. I'm just going to put that filter back on just because we're dealing with so much sand here on the deck. I don't want that kicked back up. If it doesn't start, we'll juice it. Okay, it appears Harvey was possibly moving into a condominium where they take care of the landscaping and lawn care for you. So he gave up a running machine here to the scrap yard. So I think with a little bit of work with getting this front axle squared away, I'm still going to look at the carb. It had a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of a miss. Let's see what the plug is on this. If it's a torch, then we know we got issues right away. We got a Champion plug. It's got the right plug in it. So I'm just going to do the front axle, sharpen the blade. That's salvageable. Get rid of some of this excess oil, or maybe do an oil change. I think it could have used one. Yeah, it's time for a change. It's pretty dark. We'll do an oil change and put it at the correct level, which would be the top hole. Way up here is unacceptable. Too much is no good. So I think for 10 bucks we're in good shape with this. Yeah, I'm kind of happy how this turned out. Sometimes you never know what you're in for. I'm going to have to scrounge up the cap for it. That's the only bummer, is that he threw the cap in the bushes. Unless I tell the scrapper when he's there again to check the bushes, maybe he can come up with the cap, but that's no big deal. I got plenty of dead units. I can swipe the cap. So in the meantime, I had some parts come in. You might have remembered the video I did on these two machines, the Crafty 625. This is the one where the scrapper had dropped the water heater on the wheel adjuster here on the front and bent the shit out of this and destroyed the wheel. Well, I ended up going to my scrap yard and getting another adjuster. I was able to use the brake cable from that dead machine to put on this one. The only thing we needed to wait for was the traction control cable, and that just came in. It's the Stens 290-729. It's got the spring on the end. So we can put this back together again. I have the cover also, the cover from the dead unit. We'll put that on here to make this complete. You recall the Husky HU 700F. It had both front wheels here were stripped. No, yeah, I think that one was stripped out. So I ended up buying two knockoff Husky wheels. It's gray like the originals, but there's no H on the Nike swoosh. So this Husky will get two new front wheels here. Those just came in as well. So parts are coming in. I'll be able to finish up these two projects. I had done an extensive video on these two. These two had come in as a pair, and I rectified them. So this Platinum 725, I don't think it'll be a big issue getting this thing up and running. Got some deck surface rust, which I'll take care of with a shaker can. Do a little scuff and shoot here with this black gloss. Try to make that a little nicer. And this side here, all the paint's missing on the trap door side. That's just peeling off on the deck. No bag on this unit. What you see is what you get. So I think we'll be all right with this $10 Crafty. That's an update from Tommy Time. Always fun and exciting things happening. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate you coming out and checking out this junk. Kind of an oddball one where he got it right from the scrap yard. Harvey, the homeowner, tried to do a little switcheroo and dump all the oil and gas in the parking lot. He got halfway, but not all the way with dumping the oil. Anyway, have a good day today. Appreciate you coming out. Tip your waitress and waitstaff. That's in order.